The tragedy of Jerry Garcia is not simply the story of a rock star who died too soon. It is the story of a man who seemed to have everything: fame, devoted fans, musical genius, and yet spent much of his life carrying battles that the audience could never fully see. On stage, Garcia could look almost immortal. Off stage, the weight was becoming harder to hide. So what happened to the man behind the legend? Long before millions knew his name, Garcia was a sensitive and curious young musician drawn toward art, improvisation, and the strange freedom of American music. He found his voice through folk, blues, country, and eventually rock, becoming the creative center of the Grateful Dead. But his rise came with a price. As the band's popularity exploded, Garcia became something larger than an ordinary performer. Fans didn't simply listen to him, they built a world around him. And that world could be overwhelming. The Grateful Dead's concerts became legendary, but behind the colorful mythology was exhaustion, pressure, and a growing struggle with addiction. Garcia's substance use reportedly became increasingly destructive, affecting his health, relationships, and ability to maintain control of his life. Yet whenever he returned to the stage, the music seemed to pull him back together. Then came the turning points. In the early 1980s, Garcia suffered serious health problems, including a diabetic coma that nearly took his life. Somehow, he survived and returned to music. But the warning was unmistakable. His body was telling him something his career could not afford to ignore. There were attempts to change. There were periods of sobriety and renewed energy. But the battle never completely disappeared. In many ways, Garcia's greatest strength, his ability to keep playing despite everything, also became part of the tragedy. The show continued, even when the man underneath it was struggling. By the summer of 1995, Garcia was living at a rehabilitation facility in California, trying once again to rebuild his health. Then, on August 9th, he died unexpectedly of a heart attack at just 53 years old. The reaction was enormous. Fans mourned not merely a musician, but someone who had become part of their lives. Today, Garcia's recordings still travel across generations, and the Grateful Dead's influence remains enormous. Honestly, that's what makes his story so heartbreaking. Jerry Garcia gave people a place to escape, even while he was desperately searching for an escape of his own. Perhaps that is the saddest part of the legend. Sometimes the person creating the music that saves others is still trying to save himself. If Garcia's story means something to you, share your thoughts below, like this video, and subscribe for more untold stories.